Hello everyone and welcome to the Accra Sports Stadium, where tonight the 2020-2021 Ghana Premier League starts in earnest with a big battle between hosts LEGON Cities taking on Brekum Chelsea. This is the opening match of the season and it promises to be thrilling and exciting. Welcome wherever you may find yourself, wherever you're watching this live feed. Obviously on Star Times. My name is Princeton and I'm here with my co-commentator and ace, Billy Graham, and we will be telling you a lot more about the high expectations of the Ghana Premier League this season, plus of course what to expect. But the two teams are out of the dressing room, as you can see, onto the lush green surface led by officials of this evening's encounter. And boy, what a game we have on our hands tonight, Billy.
Well, I mean, the good thing for LEGON City is they were buoyed by the presence of Asamoah Gyan. We just saw him coming out of a tunnel with a team, and you're looking forward to cause a great upset here. But if you're looking forward to Brekum Chelsea, they've had some pretty good results. Remember last season, they were one of the top teams, started pretty well until they started faltering a little bit. But I think being the opening game, LEGON Cities looked very confident. Yesterday at their final training session, they were into this game and looking forward to upset Brekum Chelsea. But hey, Brekum Chelsea also do have some experiences there. Kisi Boateng is back in the team. Samuel Sapo is in there. So expect a lot of fireworks tonight.
Fireworks indeed is what we are expecting. And so we only urge you to sit back and relax and enjoy this freshest new season of the Ghana football season. That is the Ghana Premier League 2020-2021 football season. The players are all battle ready and looking forward to a good game. Stephen Amankona, the captain of Brekum Chelsea, what a season he had the last time around. And together with Fatau Dauda, also known as the Lion, the captain for LEGON Cities. The toss will be done, and head coach of LEGON Cities, he told us a while ago that his plan is a very simple plan to ensure that LEGON Cities play and live up to expectation.
Well, the 51-year-old, he's a former Yugoslav soccer player and a DFB soccer teacher and German citizenship. Really, he started his coaching career back in 1998 in Germany as a DFB licensed B trainer in the youth department of the VFB Oldenburg team. And so when he talks about experience and his plan, remember, we did see a little bit of an improvement. It was a bit jerky for LEGON City when they started last season, the truncated lead, but they tried picking the pieces up a little bit, and I'm sure after having much time with the team, he's been able to tune the team well and is hoping to pick up this big win.
LEGON Cities are looking to employ the services of some experienced and youth players as well. Combination hopefully will work out for our head coach. So we've got Jonah Atukwe in the team. Raphael Oklu also comes in with a lot of great. Michael Ampa is also there. Fatau Dauda obviously would be the number one choice in goal. And so these are the kind of players that LEGON Cities will be looking up to. But that man in your shot, Hesse Odampton, AFCON winner, former Black Stars player, made a name for himself with glorious Accra Hearts of Oak. Today, the head man in charge of Brekum Chelsea. And he has also promised that with the likes of Stephen Amankona, as we mentioned earlier on, Richard Kingsley, Kofi Owusu, Hamza Gonyi, Stephen Safo, what a combination he also has. Let's see how the game transpires. But before we have the kickoff, we'll have an official 1 minute silence for the souls of the departed, His Excellency, former President of the Republic of Ghana, Flight Lieutenant J.J. Rawlings. We lost him a couple of days ago, and so we will have a minute silence in his honor. Referee Ebo Do Morrison, he is going to be the man in charge of this game. He's from Mepe in the Volta region. And he signifies the two teams to say their last prayers, and then hostilities will begin here at the Accra Sports Stadium. Now, Billy, obviously we have missed a lot of footballing here in the nation's capital, and not only in the nation's capital, but across all the centres when it comes to the Ghana football season. Obviously, COVID-19 and matters arising. Are we good to go for this new season?
Well, it's a bit sad that you don't have fans watching this game. You don't have a lot of people coming to watch this game, especially so when it's being played in the night. The teams would have loved to see their team supporters in here watching. But we need to also observe the COVID protocol, and so it's very important that the health factor is well, kept in check. And so the FA saying that the game will play behind closed doors. Not a good situation there for most of the clubs. They complained, but we need to face the fact. This is the situation.
Well, we're just about getting ready for hostilities to begin here at the Accra Sports Stadium. It's LEGON Cities, and head coach Coach Goran is just about happy that football is back. He looks hale and hearty, and he says he's only here to have a very good time and show what stuff LEGON Cities are made of. You saw the consternation on the face of Coach Hesse Odampton, the head coach for Brecum Chelsea. A seriousness. He didn't mince words at all when he told us that he is here to win the match. 90 minutes of action will determine who carries the blue ribbon at the end of the day. Don't forget, we are in the month of November, and so there are Christmas points to be picked up between now and when the Christmas festivities officially begin. Brecum Chelsea will be playing from left to a right, sporting the predominant purple or predominant dark blue jerseys. And referee gives us the signal, and so away we go. First touch from Ado, and Brecum Chelsea would have to move on. Strong run there by Abeidu. Abeidu is still down. Referee would blow his whistle, and I'm sure the advantage will go to Brecum Chelsea.
I mean, it's going to be an overly physical game. If you look at the game plan of both teams, 4-2-3-1 is what both teams are relying today. You expect to have a lot of runs there from the left-hand side. You're expecting Abeidu to push in and put some of the pressure there on the right full back of LEGON Cities. And you're looking at what they will be able to bring on board. But then the issue here will be the experience they do have up front there when you're talking about Steven Safo. So it depends on how the players are able to move in there and shuffle themselves in and put some bit of pressure. But I tell you what, you have Baba Mahama also in there. His job obviously is to orchestrate the midfield and get things done right for LEGON Cities.
And so early days, yet nothing really to write home about. As Graham told you earlier on, we're playing this match behind closed doors virtually. And this directive is in line with the CAF directives for matches that are being played on the African continent, regardless of whether it's the league, the African qualifiers, or what have you. But Brecum Chelsea will see a lot of midfield action now. They get the advantage of a free kick. LEGON Cities would have to be careful. And for Brecum Chelsea, at this stage, it will be interesting how they work themselves into open spaces in the heart of defense for LEGON Cities. One of the key players who will be doing a lot of that is Stephen Amankona, the chap we told you about earlier on.
Well, you don't want to give balls like that away in the 18-yard box of your position, because you know that they have quality players in there who can strike from any angle. You're expecting Kisi Boache to come in with a powerful left foot there. You're expecting Steven Safo to also come in with something spectacular there. So my worry obviously will be for how LEGON Cities are able to keep it neat and simple at the back. But here's the case, they need to defend this free kick.
First attempt at goal, or first attempt on goal by Brecum Chelsea. And this is by courtesy of a free kick. It could exhibit a long shot. It could exhibit also a lob over the wall. And referee is ensuring that the wall is there. Kodo leaves it, and that was a tricky one indeed. Was rather expecting Kodo to have, sent in the shot. But anyway, it didn't work too well for Brecum Chelsea. And so on the offensive, LEGON Cities come. And they would love to. This is where we're going to see a lot of incursion, especially from the flanks of LEGON Cities. Ball was sent in by Elvis Opoku. Nothing comes out of it. First corner kick going to LEGON Cities. And that was a good run from Elvis Opoku, who tried to send the ball into the 18-yard box. Well, Storm was with it.
It was a good attempt there from Baba Mahama. A good layout there for him. He tried his best. Good block there from the centre-back, and you're expecting some of these games there. Legon cities like to run and catch you on the break, and that's exactly what they did together. The corner kick.
Jonah took with you. Sends the ball out. Pressure is still on. They'll have a second bite of the cherry. Good ball control by Jonah. Can he go around his marker? He looks for options. And then he gets the throw in. Players were all marked, and so he had no option.
Well, pretty much a good plan for him. Not losing possession. At least they still have the ball there, Legon Cities.
Brecum Chelsea will rely heavily on a lot of experience in defense. And Richard Kisi-Boateng will come in handy in that regard. Legon Cities a lob into the 18-yard box. Powerful clearance. Brecum Chelsea. Miscommunication there. And Richard Kisi-Boateng could not read that very well, so he goes out into touch. Advantage of a free kick going to Legon Cities. Down went Jonah Atukwe.
Good pressing game from Legon Cities. At least they're high up on the pitch there, making things a bit difficult there for Brecum Chelsea. They're breathing on their neck, and so it's difficult for Brecum Chelsea to come out. And anytime they try doing so, they become a little bit jittery. But that's a good chance there for Legon Cities to take advantage.
Assistant referee Juan Steven Balanguena from Ho, ensuring that the ball has gone back the stipulated distance. As a free kick advantage going to Legon Cities. Swangin. It will go up. It's not been dealt with. Legon City still have opportunities. And on the far side, they'll trap through Raphael Oklu. Hesse Odampton watching closely. He needs to check on how well his defense deal with the pressure from Legon Cities. And if you ask, well, they have weathered the storm quite well.
Perfect play there from Legon Cities. And I did tell you earlier on, they've been able to mount some bit of pressure. They are high up on the pitch there, halfway the line, in the half of Brecum Chelsea, making life pretty much difficult. You have Baba Mahama, who's actually putting some bit of pressure. Obviously, Poku doing so. They get the balls down to Atukwe on the right-hand side. And they're trying to make sure that the balls are whipped in at the right places. The 18-yard box, you just have to make sure the place is boiling and busy.
The referee would want the ball to be put at the exact spot where the foul incident took place. And so it will be a retake of the free kick. These are anxious faces of the reserve players of Brecum Chelsea, hoping, waiting patiently for goal number 1. Ball is swung in nicely by Augustine. The clearance is not too much of a strong one, and so the advantage will still stay with Brecum Chelsea. They're coming forward this time from the right flank. Ball is floated down. It comes to the near side. 3 men in contention for Legon Cities in defense. They now have 4, but unfortunately, it wasn't the best of crosses. Advantage will go to the home side.
Pretty poor ball there. Very poor one from Abedu. Expecting better. At least a lovely border. Good cross into the box, but he decided to just go in for something which was very unproductive. And now pressure will be back on Brecum Chelsea.
Fatau Dauda, one of the safest pairs of hands, still in contention, has a desire to get the number 1 shirt back on in terms of national duties. And talking about Fatau Dauda, we saw him doing the job of the goalkeeper's trainer yesterday when the team did the last shake-up. And for a second, I thought he had let go his goalkeeping duties and now concentrating on coaching.
Well, I think that's a good one. They got experience in him. He's actually helping the young ones come up. And so to have him as a goalkeeper's trainer and have him on post there, it makes that a combining both experience and the young expectation there will be huge for Legon Cities.
Atukwe joins the attack, but this time around, ball has been cleared out. Ball cleared out by Richard Kisi-Boateng. A tumble in midfield. Who does the advantage go to? Referee says it goes to Brecum Chelsea. Quickly effected. Now there's midfield action. They swing ball to the far side. But unfortunately, pass was not weighty enough. And so Legon Cities will say thank you very much. And they head on. Now, incursion towards the 18-yard box. He still has control. And referee gives him the advantage. There was a trip somewhere along the line. And it's a free kick advantage to LEGON Cities. It's been a ding-dong affair, ball swinging from one end to the other. Of course, both teams showing their willingness to get into the 18-yard box, especially LEGON Cities. We've seen a lot of drives from the wings, and this has given Coach Hesel Dampton a lot of worry in these early parts of the game, and so he's going to be responding. I see two players warming up. Shot on target, but it goes straight into the waiting arms of goalkeeper Samuel Ajay. What a daring run, and he was brought down there. Referee was right there on the spot. Player will get a verbal caution. It's the opening encounter of the 2020-2021 Ghana Premier League football season. We're back to have football with us again, and we can only hope that we will take many of the advantages out of it, despite the threat of the coronavirus pandemic, which seems to be on the ascendancy again. Free kick advantage to break home Chelsea.
Well, you expect to see a lot of runs there from Kofi Owusu up front there, and so Hesel Dampton really setting the team up and looking for the fact that George Renchi will be able to come in from the left-hand side. But what you don't see now is that you're not seeing a lot of runs there from the captain, Stephen Amankona. Maybe it's too early to judge or perhaps to think that he's not coming in, but you expect again to have Stephen Safo just sitting right behind Kofi Owusu to come in with some bit of magic.
Long ball into the 18-yard box. Exhibiting a shot from distance. The idea was good.
Well, teams have been very hungry for football, haven't they?
They have been too hungry. And we saw that enterprising shot from George. Brecum Chelsea on the offensive once again. Good ball control, player goes down. And the LEGON City players are not too happy. Referee seems to have a shrill at the whistle. Immediately something happens. This free kick is from a much more centralized position, and Stephen Amankona walks away, leaving Augustine Hene. Will it be a pile driver? That was a crazy deflection, but trust Fatau Dauda, as always, to the rescue.
Time now for him to take a little bit of a rest there and got down some water, because then that was in for a goal. But he was able to be up and doing, save the situation. Good goalkeeping, good alertness there from Fatau Dauda.
Corner kick advantage to the visitors. This time it will be taken from the far end of the field. Not a very good corner kick, if you ask me. Pressure is still on LEGON Cities. Can he whip one in? Goes for the dummy. He's brought down this time. Referee says play on. LEGON Cities, they give the ball away too easily. Flag has gone up on the far side, so says assistant referee to Gilbert Adum Mensah. It's coming all the way from Takwa. Works with Anglo Gold Ashanti. All our match officials today are Class 1 referees, by the way, with our match commissioner James Ajay, a retired ASP from the Western region, Takoradi to be precise.
Well, Prince, what LEGON Cities really want to do is to improve upon their goal-scoring form. Last season alone, they scored 8 goals at home in 15 games and conceded 18 goals in those 15 games. So I'm not too sure that they want to give away a lot of goals or open up defensively and find themselves in very deep waters. They have to be up and doing. They need to lock up the defense and not to concede more goals here.
Ball headed out into touch for a corner kick from Henry Ayensu. So Jonah Atukwe again will affect the corner kick. Cleared out. This time it will be a throw-in advantage.
Well, I think both teams have been pretty much poor on set pieces there. They haven't really been able to take advantage of the set pieces they've had, and it's really poor.
Well, a few of the departments of the game that we don't do too well on, but that's a lovely dummy. And the cross is a bit too strong. Gives the advantage to Brecum Chelsea, and they tear off on the far side. George Henne lays on the pass, but unfortunately too strong a pass. Offside flag was up. Legon City is holding on to their own for now against Brecum Chelsea, hoping that at least they would catch one on them on the fast break. But so far, it's been a lot of entertaining football from the visitors, Brecum Chelsea. They're showing that indeed Hesse Odampton has taken them through the paces, as he did indicate to us earlier on. Now, one of his headaches, Hesse Odampton, is the fact that because they have not played competitive football, it's going to put a lot of pressure on them in the game. But they seem to be holding their own very well, Graham.
Well, they have to, because then you know you're playing a very strong side. Legon City's made some changes there, picked up too many players in the transfer window, so you're not ready to go down easily here.
Lovely flick of the ball over the line for a throw-in advantage to Brecum Chelsea, and they are not overawed at all that they're playing away from their dreaded Golden City Park all the way in Brecum. Seem to be doing well here this evening, and they would want to find solace in goalkeeper Samuel Ajay so they can restart another attack. It's a long ball into the half of their opponent. Good ball control. Lays on the pass to the near side, but again, too short a pass. Legon Cities thank their stars they have the ball. They would want to bring in Fatah Dawda to restart a move for them, and he does so with cheeky ease. The 2020-2021 Ghana Premier League, of course, we're playing behind closed doors, and so the fans are not here in their numbers to cheer their team on to victory. It's just the skeletal staff who work here at the Accra Sports Stadium, and then also the crew, as well as officials of the teams, obviously taking the shine away from the game, because then the fans would have urged the players on.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking forward to the poster boy in the Legon Cities team, Matthew Enim Kujo, who last season played for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. He was one player who was loved by the Porcupine Warriors, but had to switch camp, and now Legon Cities. Spoke to him yesterday, and he said he's looking forward to this game, and he's absolutely feel a lot of confidence and wants to have his chance today and perhaps maybe get a goal for the team.
How interesting is it to have poster boy together with his manager in the same team?
Amazing.
I'm sure he's going to get a lot of inspiration and support from him.
Last season, Legon Cities actually drew 2-2 at Liberty. In fact, they took the lead. Liberty actually come in, had to work hard to get a draw.
Legon City's on the offensive now. They've got two men up front, but unfortunately he took the wrong option, and he's giving the ball away. Brecum Chelsea, they gather themselves again, and Hamza in midfield. Kisi lays on the pass to the near side, and surprising cross comes in, nobody there to finish it, and so Legon Cities clear their line. But obviously, sweet build-up from Brecum Chelsea, and they get the advantage once again. 40 passes here and there. Difficult to tell exactly what Legon Cities are trying to do, whether to catch Brecum Chelsea on the break or whether to work the 1-2 through midfield. Brecum Arsenal seem to be doing so well as they come forward again. This time he latches onto the ball, but it was a poor connection. Poor connection. He should have done much better with that.
Well, I think that I'm now seeing a lot of runs there from Abedu, the left full back for Brecum Chelsea. Some bit of pressure there on Michael Ampedu, the right full back of Legon Cities. I'm not seeing a lot of his runs above the halfway line. He's just made sure he's actually become very much defensive. And I can understand the worry for coach. I mean, he needs to really get things done right for the side, Goran. Because Ampedu seems to be struggling now. A lot of the balls have moved down from the left-hand side, and it is going to be Abedu. If there's going to be a goal, I'm sure Abedu should be able to get some beautiful crosses in there.
Obviously, 2 heads, always better than 1. Let's see whether it would show any positive dividend on the field of play. But there we go again with Legon Cities. This time they switch play to the near side, and Michael sends in a long ball. Unfortunately, I don't know who that ball was meant to, but it went straight over the line for a welcome goal kick. Coach obviously not too happy. Chances like this should not be let, untapped.
Well, the deal is Brecum Chelsea are closing in pretty well. They were a little bit at the back when the pressure was coming in from Legon Cities. Now they've settled. You've seen the number of runs there from Abedu. You have them put pressure, and then you're expecting to see so many of those runs there from the centre forwards, and Owusu coming with this ball.
If Owusu dummies still has the ball, he's pushed off the ball, and referee would give a penalty. Yes. It obviously happened in the 18-yard box.
Well, that's absolutely poor defending. Absolutely poor. You were not expecting this to come in there from Legon Cities. You're expecting some bit of shielding. You protect the ball. You protect yourself. You don't just need to anything with an overstretch of the arm. A little bit of a touch in the 18-yard box. Now centre forwards have become pretty much clever. A little touch on them, they're down. And the referees don't have enough time to decide what to do. They're just going in for the free kick or they're going in for the penalty. And you expect an experienced centre forward or a centre back not to go in or go in with an elbow or try to overstretch the arm that much.
He did get a couple of goals and was one of the leading goal scorers for Brecum Chelsea. And Stephen Amankona, the captain, has elected himself to effect the resultant penalty kick after Kofi Owusu was pushed in the 18-yard box after a dummy. And so is Stephen Amankona coming up against the Lion, Fatal Dauda.
I know Joseph Ejay will feel very disappointed for committing this particular foul. He could have done better. I'm not too sure that he knew what he was doing in the 18-yard box. Maybe he thought he was outside the 18-yard box, but in that box, a little bit of a touch there. You know that the centre forward is obviously going to create that moment, a magical moment to get a goal there. And a chance for Brecum Chelsea to make it 1-0.
The lads from Brecum are 1 goal up, courtesy Stephen Amankona. Well, simple jubilation, if you ask me. Kofi Owusu, Kisi Boate, but obviously the man of the moment, Stephen Amankona, he picked the spot very well, and unfortunately, Fatal Dauda was in dreamland.
Well, I told you this, that last season alone, Legon Cities conceded 18 goals in 15 games. I said I wasn't too sure they were aim to concede again or perhaps to go down that early. Now they are down by a goal to nil. A lot of work there for Goran to do. But the centre backs, Joseph Ejay, would be worried. Maybe this time we'll be a little bit careful and cautious on what to do in the 18-yard box, because Kofi Owusu, Stephen Safo are going to give you a lot of overwork to do.
So Brecum Chelsea, 1 goal up. Christmas coming pretty early for the visitors as they pick the first goal of the 2020-2021 Ghana Premier League season. Legon Cities would have to fight and get themselves back into the game, I beg your pardon. And they're doing just that. Unfortunately, Atukwefu has been robbed of the ball. And Brecum Chelsea, cool as ice, they work themselves out of trouble.
Well, before the game, it was a bit of a balance sheet there between Bekum Chelsea and Legon City. It's 4 games played, 18 has picked up 2 wins in those 4 games. So it's a very tight game for both sides, looking at what they're trying to produce today. But with Bekum Chelsea up by a goal to 0, and now with a free kick for Legon Cities, you expect something spectacular to come in from Legon Cities. A reply, an early goal, perhaps an equalizing goal before the break would unsettle some nerves.
It will indeed, but if they can do that, then it would take a lot of determination, and it would also take a lot of pushing into the 18-yard box. In reference to the truncated season, we saw a lot of enterprising play from Legon Cities. Of course, they also brought a lot of excitement to the Accra Sports Stadium, their home grounds. Anytime they played home matches against any of the teams, bringing on a few musicians to spice up the evening every time they played here, as it were. This time around, they are on their own. And Kofi Wusu gets the ball away. Ball comes back to him. It's a strong challenge, but Legon City is pushing men up front. Tidy clearance by Bekum Chelsea. And Stephen Amankona goes down.
Well, Prince, you expect to have Owusu and Stephen Safo becoming the creepy crawlers there for Joseph Ajay, or the 2 centre-backs for Legon Cities. They would continue pushing, they will continue to pile the pressure, and if you're not able to deal with them, that is when you get beaten by the marauding runs up front.
Obviously, Stephen Safo seems to be creating a lot of space for himself, and actually drawing rings around the central defenders of Legon Cities, and thus giving opportunities to the likes of Kofi Owusu from the left and Stephen Amankona from the right to do some amount of mopping up work. Obviously has not worked well for Legon Cities, and so Coach Goran has made a few tactical changes, and you see that you have players now roving on the field and mopping up for colleagues who move out of positions. Hopefully that will work for them if they don't run out of steam before the end of the first 45. But they're still running and chasing Legon Cities, that is. Bekum Chelsea, advantage of a throw-in come their way. Legon Cities are definitely in line to also spice up the season. This time on the field of play, we spoke earlier on about the fact that it was the musicians galore, and of course the fact that fans that came to the Accra Sports Stadium to watch their matches sometimes came in for free, especially the ladies. So this time around, they have brought the Ghana captain, Asamoah Gyan, into their fray. Listening to the coach earlier on, he did indicate that Asamoah Gyan was not going to play any big part in the first couple of matches. He needs to gain match fitness. Once that comes up, and of course once we are able to open up the various stadia for fans to come to the stadium, I am sure Asamoah Gyan alone will be a crowd puller. It's a long ball into the 18-yard box, but it's headed out solidly on the far side by George. And now Amankona. This time around, it looks like the long pass has been read and read very well. Bekum Chelsea have managed to hold the fort because everybody seems to be working for each other. Cross comes into the 18-yard box. There's no one there to connect. Legon Cities seem to be sitting back and waiting for the opportunity. Meanwhile, Bekum Chelsea are fighting for every ball. Now it's an opportunity from the right. Sends in the cross. The connection goes through, but it was blocked heavily and cleared solidly by Henry Ayensu. And on the opposite side, it is Joseph Ajay who scores full marks.
Well, just to say that you're expecting the likes of Rafael Klu and Mohamed Yakubu for Legon Cities to sit pretty much deep in up front there, or perhaps get some of the supplies there from Baba Mahama, but he's not getting the calls there from Baba Mahama, and that becomes pretty much of a difficult situation there for them. A social play there from Atikwe, who is playing against his former club, and you expect at least he will be able to give some bit of direction as to what to do and what not to do, but that's not worked out. But my disappointment really is the fact that I've not seen a lot of runs there from Mohamed Yakubu, Raphael Oklu, because they have not really been part of their setup. They have not really been part of the attacking play of Legon Cities.
Injury worries for Brecum Chelsea now. Augustine Hene, sprightly little chap in midfield for Brecum Chelsea, seems to have taken a knock. He's been one of the roving ambassadors in midfield for Brecum Chelsea this evening, and so far he's done pretty well.
Well, it's a quiet day, maybe the first Premier League game. They expect to pick up the momentum, but Chris, like we did indicate earlier on, we've not seen a lot of players in action. Maybe a couple of friendly matches, yes, but this is very competitive. Your very first league game at home, you expect to have all the 3 points. And surprisingly, once again, you have Legon Cities who obviously will be picking up all the 3 points, all the points against Brecum Chelsea. But today's is a different story. They have relatively new players coming in. They need to gel. They need to pick up and play together. And so it will be a little bit of a jerky moment for some of them. But at the end of the day, you expect some bit of stability after this game.
Most definitely, couldn't agree with you more. The level of rustiness is obviously evident in the game that we're watching so far. But obviously, once we pick up the pieces after match day 2, 3, and 4, we probably could find the teams settling into stiffer and tougher games and playing against tougher opposition as well. Hopefully, should bring the best out of all the teams playing in the Ghana Premier League this season. But this is just the humble beginning. Long drive off target. Advantage will go to Brecum Chelsea, and hoping that Brecum Chelsea's home dominance will also be brought to bear, because they seem to be a very tough customer when they're playing at home at the Golden City Park. Isi Boateng with a header brought down by Jonah. Good work by Jonah, moving forward and threateningly. Looks for support on the near side. Unfortunately, poor ball control by Raphael. Legon City's on the offensive once again. Raphael, this time dealt with again. And obviously the referee would not take kindly to that and will give the advantage to Legon Cities. A little push in the back. Pardonable. Game will continue. Legon Cities have noticed that Brecum Chelsea seem to be packing the middle with a lot of men, a lot of bodies. Lovely header. Idea was good, direction wasn't the most perfect one. And so they're trying to use the wings, especially from the right, to the advantage. See whether they can outwit the defense of Brecum Chelsea.
Well, that's a good cross there for Michael Ampedu. That's exactly what I've been expecting him to do all along tonight. And it appears that now that he's found himself moving halfway the goal area of Brecum Chelsea, he sees some quality balls in the box there. Baba Mahama was just unlucky to have hit the target with a header there, but that was a good cross there from Michael Ampedu.
So slowly but surely, Elvis Opoku drives the Legonites forward. Still holding on to the ball, Baba Mahama finally releases it, finds options on the right. Jonah picks up Baba once again. Michael Ampedu sends the ball back. They're trying to work themselves into the 18-yard box. It's not working. Brecum Chelsea standing resolute in the heart of defense.
Well, Prince picking signals that Brecum Chelsea may be making a change there with the introduction of Paul Ata-Ejay. I'm not too sure what the situation is, but we'll be able to update our viewers what the situation is as to why Jessup Dante is in for an early substitution.
Brecum Chelsea seem to be on top of the game, and I'm sure the technical team headed by Hesse Udampton may have noticed one or two reasons why they think that a substitution would be in order at this stage. Probably an injury somewhere along the line. And obviously time will tell. Legon City's a drive straight from the heart of their defense. Falters in midfield. Advantage will go the way of the Legonites. Last tete-a-tete involving head coach Hesse Odampton. What a name he made for himself in his heyday with Accra Hearts of Oak. Player goes down and the referee rightfully awards a penalty to Legon Cities. Baba Mahama was dangerously heading towards goal and he had to be stopped dead in his tracks with that tug of shirt and body. Referee was right there on the spot, and obviously Brecum Chelsea will not complain about that at all.
Poor defensive play again. Two centre backs have made very poor judgment there. It was Joseph Ajay with that foul, and then there was a penalty for Brecum Chelsea, and here you are again with Brecum Chelsea also committing similar foul there, and they have a penalty to deal with. It's absolutely unpardonable, and this is something that they need to deal with.
The Legonites have it. 1 goal apiece, and Jonah Atukwe scores one against his former club, bringing Legon Cities to parity. And so Legon Cities 1, Brecum Chelsea 1 is game on.
Absolutely. And you're expecting some bit of more of those kind of balls. And I was telling you about the drive that you need to have when you have Mohamed Yakubu, Rafael Oklu, all of them in there producing some quality balls in the box. You should expect little runs in there. But if you're not getting those, it becomes a bit of a problem there for you.
Well, strongman Stephen Safo is coming off the field. He's played his part. He's not too happy. Hesse Odampton asked him to cool down. At least they're still in the driving seat, despite the fact that it's 1 goal apiece. Brecum Chelsea have not disgraced themselves so far. Boateng, can he deal with the clearance? Straight into touch.
Well, you're expecting a lot of work there from Stephen Safo, having played for Brecum Chelsea and played a part for local Black Stars, went out, came back to the country and back to Brecum Chelsea. The experience is there, but unfortunately didn't really see much of him today, and so they need for a substitution there for Ajay to come in.
Ampadu, he latches onto the ball, and that's daring enough. He beats one man. Can he lay on the pass? What a faulty pass. Obviously, got it all wrong. It's a tough tussle for the ball, though, as they come surging forward again. Mahama. Referee's whistle goes.
So you talked about the daring play there from Ampadu, and that's absolutely what we've been expecting him to do all night. Get the balls into the vital areas, move away from your defensive shell, begin to be a bit offensive, and anytime he surges forward, it becomes dangerous for Brecum Chelsea to deal with. And here is a quality ball, a daring move, a very intelligent play. Unlucky at that moment for him not to have gotten the ball really to the intended target for a goal there, but it is a great moment there for Brecum Chelsea to at least now halt and breathe a little bit, because they have been on the defensive. They've been sitting deep, allowing Legon City to come in with those quality balls in there. What a game it is that we're having today at the Accra Sports Stadium, and once again it's turned out to be Brecum Chelsea who really currently are having things very difficult. They did start earlier in the first 15 minutes when the pressure was actually coming in from Legon Cities. After they got the goal, they tried to put the pressure there on Legon Cities, but the tide has changed.
Legon Cities with another opportunity around the 18-yard box, but there are too many blue shirts of Brecum Chelsea standing resolute to defend, and assistant referee's flag is up for offside.
Well, Brecum Chelsea trying to draw a little bit of a ring there. When they lose the ball, you have too many players just behind to make sure they defend, And anytime they have the ball, they go in the 4-3-3 formation. But as soon as they lose the ball, they quickly change to 4-2-3-1. And so you have a lot of them just behind the ball and making sure that they defend their lines pretty well. And that's exactly what they've been doing. And for Legon City, they always run with a counter-attack, and that's what they're good at. It should be a worry there for this man.
Hesse Odampton, one of the best naturally produced fullbacks this country has ever had. It's good to see a lot of our old stars, getting into the coaching roles and trying to mentor these young ones as they try and groove them and groom them into becoming players such as they were, or even before, even much better than. Advantage for Brecum Chelsea. Ball is headed out now. Legon Cities, 2 players, confusion. They work themselves out of trouble. There is space on the right flank. Switching play all the way back. Fatau Dauda will be called in to help. Moving forward now again, but this time the assistant referee's flag up for offside positioning on the part of Raphael Oklu. Very quick player, Raphael. Caught in the trap a few times. Legon Cities are still probing. Now is the turn of Brecum Chelsea. Crossing the center line, they're looking dangerous as they go forward. Legon Cities will be called in to defend. They give the ball away. Advantage of a free kick to Brecum Chelsea. Kofi Owusu has been in the thick of affairs on all parts of the field. One moment he's on the right-hand side of attack. The other moment he's on the left, and it's one of those incursions on the left that got Brecum Chelsea the penalty. Free kick advantage to the lads from Brecum. Over the wall it goes. Dangerous appeal. Chelsea hold on to the ball. Oh, that must have hurt. It really must have hurt. And referee would come to his aid. Midsection, he took that, and it was a powerful one. Well, obviously he does this all the time, even with the Black Stars when he's on the bench. He's eager to see goals. And so his passion is always in the game. As captain,
maybe he himself is lined up for a coaching career later on in when the boot is hung somewhere. But I think that Samoa Gyan will relish in the moment he just comes on to play his part in the Ghana Premier League. I'm told that he probably will be ready after the 3rd game or so, because he's still not much fit. And in the over 20 years that he's played football, this is the time that Samoa Gyan has had enough rest. 9 months of not playing football. So all the contractions, of course, all the nerves that had contracted because of gameplay almost every time. Samoa Gyan has had as many as 9 months to just be on the at home and prepare himself pretty well for the game. And he perhaps now is the assistant coach, if you ask me.
Assistant coach Samoa Gyan on the touchlines, urging his team on. But that's one thing he knows how to do, and he loves doing that. Almost always keeping the players on their toes and encouraging them when the going gets tough. And for this stage, or at this stage, Legon Cities would need a lot of encouragement and pep talk, if I should add that, from Samoa Gyan.
Oh, sure.
We're gradually rolling to the end of the first half. Just trying to get my floor manager to confirm with me time played. That is all action here at the Accra Sports Stadium. Game currently ongoing is between Legon Cities Football Club and Brecum Chelsea Football Club. It's the first match of the Ghana Premier League season 2020-2021. Obviously, this should have been the second game.
Certainly.
But unfortunately, the Adriana Stars Accra Hearts of Oak game had to be postponed at the very last minute. And so these two teams have opened the door for success, for excitement in the Ghana Premier League. And obviously, we're all waiting to relish that. Cross comes in, ball controlled by Jonah. Jonah needs support. And the drive comes from Michael! Side netting.
Sensational play, quality display from Legon City's great attacking play, and the switch of the ball from the right to the left hand side and then straight down to Jonah. And you can see the anger there from Amankuna, expecting his laterals to close in early. They didn't do that, and he feels that they should be closing in anytime the balls are whipped in. And I did talk to you about Mohamed Yakubu and Rafa Loklu. They are coming into the game, and you could see the balls really in the dangerous areas. They're creating problems for Brekum Chelsea.
They definitely are getting into the game, and it's interesting how the coach is working the strategies as and when it matters most. And so there are different kinds of set scenarios and formations as they move into the heart of defense for the opposing side, or when they have to stay back in their own half to defend. Ball swung to the far side. Brekum Chelsea looking for options. A pile driver won't be a bad idea. And again, reliance on the efforts of the likes of Richard Kesi-Boateng, who I must say has got a very sweet left foot, has been brought to bear in this game so far.
Well, I'm not too sure I've seen him, creating any decent chance, of maybe the first time he's had the opportunity to hit ball at target there. But I think that the shot on target hasn't really come in. I've not really seen a lot of shot there from the centre forward Kofi Owusu, except to say that he went down and got a penalty for the side. But it's been pretty much of a quiet day in the office there for Kesi-Boateng and Owusu in terms of shot at goal. 45
minutes are up, and we'll be playing 1 minute of time added on. So far, so good for both sides. Brekum Chelsea getting on the scoring sheet first from the spot through Stephen Amankona. And Legon City is replying a couple of minutes later with a penalty of their own, courtesy Jonah Atukwe. And so if it stays this way, both teams will be going into the dressing room content with what they have achieved so far on the field. But then there is still 45 minutes more for that man, Hesse Odampton, to secure his first victory as a coach in the Premiership for the very first time in the Ghana Premier League. Legon Cities were hoping to latch onto that, but Kesi-Boateng is not too happy with the referee about a decision he took, showing the yellow card.
Not too sure exactly what he's trying to demonstrate to the referee, but that's highly unprofessional. A player who's played in the Ghana Premier League for quite some time, he shouldn't really have this sort of banter with the referee. No, unacceptable.
45 minutes are up here at the Accra Sports Stadium. Ghana Premier League 2020-2021 season as the first match of the season. Ghana football is back, and we have seen two teams that have been yearning for quality football and have indeed exhibited some amount of quality football in the first 45 minutes. Legon City is playing at home, welcoming Brekum Chelsea to the Accra Sports Stadium at the end of the first 45 minutes. It's Legon City's 1, Brekum Chelsea 1. We will join you again for the second 45 minutes of the game. Do stay with us. Football season. It started today, and 45 minutes or thereabouts ago, we had a kickoff for the first match of the season between LEGON Cities and Brecum Chelsea. Second half is just about to get underway, and at halftime it was 1 goal apiece. Stephen Amankona getting the first goal of the season for Brecum Chelsea, and on the other side, Jonah also ensuring that LEGON Cities got themselves back into the game. So it's 1-1 here at the Accra Sports Stadium. First half was full of action. 12 fouls committed by LEGON Cities as against 10 by Brecum Chelsea, with both sides being caught in the offside trap about twice. 1 yellow card shown so far to Brecum Chelsea. But a balance between the shots both on and off target for both sides. So we're hoping that we can sell you a better 45 minutes as Graham will walk us through this substitution.
Well, so it's Matthew Enimkujo who makes his way, his first Premier League game for him in the 2020-2021 season. Remember, this player did play for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, one of the poster boys there for the club. And the change has been made there by LEGON Cities. Now they want to get a lot of attacking players in the game. They want to make sure that they have some ball jugglers to push the game, push it straight to Brecum Chelsea. I tell you what, 2 players really have opened the season with their goals there, and you're expecting Atukwe not to have missed for the penalty, but it is the man known as Amankuna who scored the first goal of the 2020-2021 season, and then Jonas also comes through with a goal there. So they open the season with the goals there, and let's see how it goes.
Let's see how it goes for the second 45 minutes of action. And LEGON Cities will continue from where they left off the first half, probing into open spaces. Francis Ado on the near side. He's been able to partner with Vincent Edujemfi very well. Tao Dauda lays on the pass. And we expect that LEGON Cities would have to ensure that passes go to the intended players. And I'm not too sure whether it is the field that makes it very, very awkward when passes go through. But advantage of a free kick goes to the visitors.
Well, Prince, last season, LEGON Cities were 14th before the league was truncated. After match day 15, they had won 3 games, drew 7, and lost 5. I'm not too sure, once again, they're here to start the season with defeat. Last season, they started well with a draw against Liberty Professionals, and now it is 1-0 against Brecum Chelsea.
Well, let's hope that they would have some fine form and fine fortune this season, because again, even the officialdom that are here with the team are all enthusiastic of a win today. And I can only hope and pray that they'll be gingered on by the equalizing goal just before the halftime to stir themselves on to greater positivity play. Referee right there on the spot, and Ebu Morrison will actually ensure that the right thing is done. It needs to cool the players down. He works in the construction field, referee Morrison. And so I'm sure he's got a lot of grit and steel. And the face of that young man says it all. We need a win. City's Enim Kujo. Ooh, that nearly resulted in catastrophe for Brecum Chelsea, by Samir J to the rescue.
But an alertness there from the goalkeeper that prevented the ball from hitting the back of the net, but it was poorly defended. Brecum Chelsea nearly gave away a goal. Well, LEGON Cities have just lost once at home in their last 30 Premier League games. They picked up 21 wins. John 8. Remember, when you talk about LEGON Cities, you're talking about former WOW stars.
LEGON Cities on the offensive now. They need to work themselves out of their area or their zone. Brecum Chelsea have other ideas. Captain for the day, Stephen Amankona, makes a dash down the flank. Sends in the cross. It's quite enticing, but these are not the kind of crosses to beat the lion in goal for LEGON Cities. And now LEGON Cities, they do create the chances. They do create the opportunities. Just about this one there, we're hoping that it will work into something quite positive for them as a flick goes into the 18-yard box. And it is cleared by Brecum Chelsea. That is where they have been found wanting. Good skill. Lovely turn. Timely tackle. And it's a corner kick advantage.
Well, so Francis Adonea now joins the attack, and he's gotten a corner kick there for LEGON Cities. Remember the first 45 minutes, we didn't really see a lot of work there from Francis Adonea, the left full back for LEGON Cities. But now he's back in the attacking role. So it's always an interesting, Prince, when you have the full backs joining the attack. It gives a lot of weight, it gives you a lot of opportunity and an idea as to what you need to do with the ball there. Bit of a concerned situation for Brecum Chelsea there with Amankuna down. But you talk about LEGON Cities and you talk about how the fullbacks need to complement the attacking force. And with Matthew Nkujo in, this play of LEGON Cities is really going to be interesting. I'm just looking forward to see how the positions will be as he moves down the left-hand side or the right-hand side, depending on where the coach is asked him to be.
LEGON Cities, advantage of a corner kick. Ball floated in nice and sweet. The resultant kick was blasted away. But talking about LEGON Cities, Graham, it will be interesting to see how Enim Kujo is employed, especially when LEGON turn defense into attack, where he fits in, and he's also quite dexterous, you know, on both feet. Although I can say that his left seems to be the power-driven one.
Well, he's been made to move down to the right-hand side, and expect to see Atuke also attacking from the left, and so he's going to cut him. Remember, he's a left-footed player, and so he's going to cut him from the right-hand side. But that's how interesting it is there. If Brecum Chelsea are on the offensive, LEGON Cities obviously switched down to the 4-2-3-1 formation.
LEGON Cities will do well to clear their lines as they come up with another strategy, another plan. Well, it's a cut short, and Stephen Amankona, scorer of the first goal of the season. Assistant referee notices an infringement, and he wants the throw to be taken a few steps back.
Brecum Chelsea have so far kept 121 clean sheets out of 270 games in the Premier League since 2008.
Quite impressive for the lads from Brecum. So Coach Goran has been on his feet the entire duration of the game so far, and he's been issuing out instructions. I'm yet to see whether those instructions will turn into something positive. At least he's been able to get himself back into the game. And obviously the faithful of LEGON Cities will be looking for more positive play from the young men on the field. Earlier on we saw Asamoah Gyan also showing his eagerness to get his colleagues back to winning ways. A first victory would do LEGON Cities a whole world of good at the end of 90 minutes.
Well, you talk about Brecum Chelsea and you're looking ahead to Kofi Owusu's excellent display in the truncated Premier League with some sumptuous goals and perhaps the thinking will be he'll get a first goal in this game against Legon Cities, but that's not a story. The flag stayed down, and Kisi Boateng probably losing concentration and just allowing Legon Cities to pick up the ball. I was hoping the assistant referee might have had the flag up for an offside.
Well, just expecting them to play to the whistle. But anyway, Brecum Chelsea, they come forward again. This time they're operating from the far left. And ball has been taken away by Legon Cities. Now this should be a very enterprising and a daring run for Legon Cities. Slow down the build-up, and the fans or the faithful here are not too happy. Jonah. Foster Brimer looks for support, takes it back to Michael, and Michael lays on the pass. Now Legon Cities using the width of the field to their advantage. Lovely pass by Enim Kujo. Well read by Brecum Chelsea, and away they go. Flag stays down, the referee does not blow his whistle. The advantage will stay. Kisi Boateng and co would have to come forward and they would have to come forward with purpose. Unfortunately, well read, decently read by Legon Cities. Meanwhile, there's a player down on the other side of the field. Temporary halt.
Prince Baba Mahama went down after losing possession. And I picked up an ankle problem, perhaps. But Brecum Chelsea, again, not taking advantage. They had the ball to go. They had the opportunity to attack. But they decided to slow down the attacking play. And Baba Mahama would have to be treated here by the medical team of Legon Cities. But I think that his contribution in the game, well, I would say it's a bit 50%. He's trying to control the game. But I am not really seeing any rustiness in the players. They are not rusty. They still are playing the football. They look very healthy. They look very robust. Everybody's giving 100% in the game. Not to tell us that they've been in the house for more than 9 months or so without playing football, but they show that they have been in the gym. They have been working with the officials and the trainers. It's impressive.
Yeah, I must say that the rustiness levels of the players is not that glaring, and you can see that pre-season has also done them a whole world of good. And now that we've had the commencement of the season, I'm sure after match day 3, 4 and 5, matches day 3, 4 and 5, we should start seeing some delectable football, some constructive football from both sides. Legon Cities work themselves out of trouble in defense. Meanwhile, the two technical brains of Brecum Chelsea watching closely. Big boot for a clearance. The lines, the assistant referee's flag has gone up. Offside trap being set. Stephen Balanguena, the whole-base teacher on assistant line 1 duty, saw the offside trap. Now again, obviously, with other fans here to urge the players on, it gets to a time, match rolls on as if it's just a training, sort of a training routine for both sides. Legon Cities have seen a lot of the ball passing, and the interpassing game has worked at certain points, but has always, or almost always, broken down when it mattered most. Good ball control. Can he go round? Good check in there by Brecum Chelsea.
Well, again, good distribution there from Legon Cities. Very confident on the ball.
Baba with the ball. Nifty player. Lays on the pass and they switch to the far side. Legon Cities have acres of space to move into. Pass is well laid on. On his marker, but can he prevent the ball from going over? No. Corner kick advantage. I beg your pardon. It's a goal kick advantage to Brecum Chelsea.
Well, this is where sometimes you have to be very careful in the second half, where I say that in the first 45 minutes you do have almost all the coaches sizing each other up, being a little bit cautious, and when they get opportunity to move in, they go in pretty hard. And so here we are in the second half. You're expecting to see most of these teams, pushing and pushing harder.
Kofi Owusu Some instinctive play from him would do the team a whole lot of good. Legon Cities work themselves out of trouble. Solid tackle coming in from Brecum Chelsea's George. Now Legon Cities. Francis Ado plays the 1-2 with Vincent. Vincent Edu Jemfi has been the lone soldier in the middle, the heart of defense for Legon Cities. And he's done quite well so far. Tricky pass laid on into the 18-yard box. Strong run for it there, successful for it. And there's a goal kick advantage to Brecum Chelsea.
Well, interestingly, in the Truncated League, Brecum Chelsea played 15 matches. They won 8, lost 5 of the games, and drawing some of the matches in the league. In the transfer market, really, they've been pretty much busy picking up James Riafi. They call him the Iniesta. Alfred Okaikwe, Edward Kodo, Stephen Safo, Collins Amayao, and Mohamed Goni. All of them coming in to join the Brecum Chelsea team. And I tell you what, they also lost some players. Zakaria Fuseni has moved to Spain. Dalad Ibrahim back to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Jonas Atukwe, now Legon City is playing, scored a goal, the penalty. Then he's Monzaka, Brahman Foster. He's now with Legon City. He's playing today's game. And Ahmed Adams, who's also moved to Spain.
A lot of movement on the part of Brecum Chelsea. It would have been a very, very nice shot if he had found the target. Enim Kujo trying to announce his presence in a flashy way. He had the idea all right, but it was a complete miscue. Lovely turn. Now, Legon Cities. Through the middle they go. Raphael Oklu, it's a long drive.
Well, I needed to try from that angle, at least try to get the goalkeeper unaware. But I tell you what, Brecum Chelsea do have Jordan Opoku in the bench now. He's very experienced, 33 years of age, has 3 league medals to his name, and we expect his performance to show up here and at least show up his performance with the team. So Abedu picks up a yellow card, isn't it?
Stamping his authority on the game so far. Benjamin Abedu goes into the referee's books, and it's just about the second yellow card of the afternoon.
I'll tell you what, the Accra Sports Stadium will be pretty much busy. A lot of clubs are playing their home games here. Kumasi Asante going to go have 11 Wonders to play here at the Accra Sports Stadium in Thailand. Also have a huge game coming up, and so we're expecting to see fireworks, and the Accra Sports Stadium will give you a lot of quality football.
Most definitely, and the two giants from Accra are all playing away from the Accra Sports Stadium this weekend. Accra Hearts of Oak were supposed to have cleared their hurdle in Doma in the game against the Aduana Stars. But we also have Accra Great Olympics, who have surged to Takwa, the mining town, to take on Mediama Football Club. And so obviously, like you rightly said, lots of action. 5 teams playing their home matches here at the Accra Sports Stadium. Starting off with Legon Cities in this duel against Brecum Chelsea. Amankona. Ooh. Poor cross. Poor cross from Hamza.
Well, as many as 14 players have been brought in by Brecum, Legon Cities in this transfer market.
Legon Cities opting to play their home matches here at the Accra Sports Stadium, just like they did last season. And taking a look at the weather, this obviously gives us clear indication that good weather goes with association football. We've had a very nice weather here today. It's been, well, there you go with the details. 29 degrees in terms of sunshine. The wind is blowing slightly at 11 kilometers per hour. very, very conducive. The atmosphere is good enough for association football. There is no heat. The sun is not way above their heads, and so the players obviously must have a good time enjoying themselves. Stephen Amankona is not running away from the referee. He's giving him a fair share of a warning. And so imagine if the teams would have to play in such weather. Now we go again for Brecum Chelsea as they come forward this time around. There's a miscue of a pass, and LEGON Cities would have the option of restarting an attack. No pressure on them at all, and so they work themselves out of trouble going through on the other side.
Well, they tell you the players and who've been going and out, and most of the clubs. And I just told you about Brecum Chelsea and that of LEGON Cities, where 14 players have been brought in by LEGON Cities, and have the likes of Sadiq Sule, Benjamin Adipen, Dadadi, and of course Eric Tommy, all of them leaving the club. And you're expecting at least a sort of cohesiveness to come in with the introduction of some of these new players. There's been a bit of a movement there from Chelsea to LEGON Cities, and of course the other way around. Exactly.
And the Blues, they come forward. All couldn't get to Stephen Amankona. Jonah Atukwe. Baba falls deep to help with mopping up duties. Tough challenge from Edward Kodo. And Edward Kodo himself, a very, very strong customer, knows how to tidy up quite well when the going gets tough. For Michael Hesse-Odampton, I'm sure that the management of Brecum Chelsea would give him a thumbs up. So far, it's been quite interesting taking over Brecum Chelsea, and without a lot of time. Shot is fired, but it was blocked. The dummy was good from Poster Boy. I have particularly been impressed with the young chap, Enim Kujo. He's been daring, he's been strong, and especially that exposure he got with Kumasi Asante Kotoko has given him a bigger heart to play in the Ghana Premier League.
Well, I mean, I had the opportunity of speaking to him yesterday after the final training session, and he comes with a lot of confidence. He tells me he's ready to play, he's ready to give his all, he's ready to ensure that the team is able to get a win today. So I'm not too surprised that he's been given an opportunity. And this is his first start, or perhaps opportunity in the Premier League this season, and he's ready to also give his best for the team. And if you look at the quality he has, he's actually had the opportunity of also playing for the under-20 side, and Coach Karim Zito does not really joke with his effort. He thinks that he is a quality asset for the nation. So let's see what he brings on board in this particular season. If he's able to give 100%, why not?
Brecum Chelsea have a few players warming up. Hesse-Odampton is still open to options in terms of substitution. Also onto the far side. Almost half the hour gone in the second half. I'll be moving straight into the last quarter of the match. Matthew with the lovely pass, but the flag is already up for offside positioning.
Watch the pass there from Enim Kujo. He knew that Raphael was moving into a very empty space and was able to pick him up. Well, I'm not too surprised what's up. I'm seeing on the pitch there with a lot of Brecum Chelsea players picking up a little bit of some injuries there, maybe muscle or some cramps, and would want to be attended to. And so perhaps you expect to see some of the players having tired limbs here and there. So it would be one of the moments where the coaches would want to talk to the players. You probably want them to hold on, keep it neat and simple, not to go in with a hard tackling play. But this is the situation. This is what it is that's happening on the league now. having been home for a very long time, you get a chance to come in and you don't want to exert too much pressure on your muscles, because if you do that, it's possible you'll not be able to recover quickly. And if the recovery is very slow and very low, it becomes difficult again for the players to come back and then want to give the 100% the next game. And I think it's a cramped situation there for Hamza. Maybe he wants more attention to be done.
And so we're going to be having Baba Mahama leaving the field for LEGON Cities. Meanwhile, a slight injury worry. Hamza is still in pain. So 27 will be joining his colleagues. And obviously this would mean a little bit of a change in the game plan for Coach Goran. Game continues now. Midfield action. And as long as LEGON Cities are able to thread passes together, they look threatening when they are on the attack. Enim Kujo. And you see how daring he is, going through 2, possibly 3 players, and he's bold enough to take them on.
Well, so Nasir Moro comes in to replace Baba Mahama. And then you talked about the daring runs there from Enim Kujo. He earns them a free kick. And I said, this young chap is ready and is ripe for the bigger stage. And that's what he wants to display. He wants to tell himself to the fans, maybe watching at home, and to those who are watching today.
Future looks bright for that young chap, Matthew Enim Kujo. And I'm sure that chance goals are begging. I was just about to say that I'm sure that playing with his mentor and manager in the same team would obviously give him that impetus to go higher and higher and higher.
There'll be a little bit of concern there, Prince, if you have most of the players going down with injuries there. I would have telling you how most of them have been home and haven't really kicked the game for a long time and get the chance to come in. So now Brecum Chelsea want to introduce the 33-year-old Jordan Opoku. He played for Brecum Chelsea, moved to Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and he's gotten back the opportunity to play in the Premier League again. And he's won 3 Premier League titles there for Kumasi Asante Kotoko as well. And you remember his performance there with Brecum Chelsea, where they were playing the CAF Champions League. And he comes in with wealth of experience, and you want to see exactly what he brings on the table in this game.
Jordan obviously comes in with a rich bag of experience for Brecum Chelsea, as you rightly indicated. And he's been there, he's done that, he's seen it all, he's won titles. Obviously still in love with the game. And let's see how evergreen Jordan does in this season, not only in this game, but in this season. And it looks like a combination, a rich combination of youthful exuberance and experience, the blend that Hesse Udampton wants to employ this season. Second half action here. There's LEGON Cities 1, Brecum Chelsea 1. Minutes gone in the second half, and both sides are still probing for the match winner. Late start in the season for the Ghana Premier League, and so points would have to be picked up as early as possible so that teams can find themselves in good stead just around the Christmas break. Battle for supremacy on the far side.
I think it's been quite lackadaisical there in terms of the performance I did see in the first 45 minutes with Abedu surging forward with his runs on the flanks. I'm not really seeing that now. I think he's a little bit lethargic. He's been more defensive in the second half, and it appears again up front Kofi Owusu is left all alone. He hasn't really got the kind of support that you expect him to have. Kisi Boateng has not also been able to push a little bit up front. And so there seems to be a little bit of a gap there within the attacking play of Brecum Chelsea. They always want to go with a 4-3-3 when they're on the attack there, but that trial haven't really given us what the bite that you expect to have with Brecum Chelsea's attacking play.
Definitely, we've not seen a lot of the upfront incursions that we would have wanted or wished to have seen. Fatau Dauda would push his men forward. He's been quite on a holiday in this game, Fatau Dauda. A few times he had to be called upon to make some saves. Those were routine for a goalkeeper of his caliber. Brecum Chelsea keep the ball to themselves. Now this is enterprising enough. Lays on the pass to the near side, but unfortunately Kisi Boateng was a shade late.
I think they're rushing with the passes, and they're not really picking the right spots, not really picking the right players to send the balls to, and the targets are not getting the supplies. So I think it's a little bit of a disappointment there if you have experienced players on the pitch there for Brecum Chelsea and not getting the right things done right. And just route one football. Get the balls and identify your targets.
Pushing forward now. This is good enough for Brecum Chelsea. Unfortunately, he overdoes it. He had all the opportunities in this world to have even laid on a pass. Pressure is still on though. And they win. Whoops, referee said it's a goal kick. Thought for a second Brecum Chelsea had won for themselves a corner kick.
Well, a bit of confusion there. The assistant referee closer to us gave a corner kick. The referee says it's a goal kick. The communication was not right at the time.
Well, advantage will stay with LEGON Cities. Getting into the last quarter of the match. Obviously, a goal from either side would turn things around. Strong header in midfield. And unfortunately, Augustine Hene, I believe, goes into the referee's books. I'm not too happy, obviously. Coach Sodanton telling them to move away from the referee, stop complaining and take your positions.
It's just one of the games that you see from LEGON Cities and Brecum Chelsea where they are confident and able to pick up some of the balls there, and haven't really been able to play Brecum Chelsea the last couple of seasons back, and haven't picked up a lot of wins against them. They know that it will be interesting if they're able to get a win. But Prince, the interesting bit again is the fact that last season, in the opening game of the season for LEGON Cities, the very first game, an away game against Liberty Professionals, they took the lead twice and they drew the game with Liberty Professionals. Here they went down, they're back, they're still 1-1.
Chance coming the way of Brecum Chelsea now. Kisi Boateng, ball is on his unfavorite right foot. He would have to go round, and well, thought he had won the corner kick again. He's not too happy. But LEGON Cities will say thank you very much, and they'll get themselves straight into attack. Jonah goes past one, looks for options. He finds it, and now LEGON Cities, they're moving forward. It's quite threatening, but it's too slow. They'll take their time to move forward through Elvis Ukuku. Matthew Enimkudu comes in with some support. Trying to draw Brecum Chelsea out of their defense coil and then take them on the break. Brecum Chelsea have read that one pretty well. LEGON Cities, unfortunately, pass was too strong for Elvis to get to.
Well, you get the ball, you just have to make sure you find the targets. I always say this, get the targets into the right places, get the balls to them, not to hold on too tight onto the ball, and yet again, you lose it, and you have to go back and defend. And that's the difficulty, and that's what the problem is with some of the players. Now, you have it at the left full back, you know that there's an opportunity for you to move forward, and Francis Adonere, I was expecting that he was able to drive the ball straight into the 18-yard box, get the attacking players or Rafael Oklu, all of them in good positions to strike. Unfortunately, he hit the ball too wide. Here
comes Chelsea on the offensive. There's a strong run for it, and he does well to get to the ball. Now Brecum Chelsea sends in the shot this time around. It is a corner kick advantage to the Blues.
Well, good attacking play there from the centre forward of Brecum Chelsea. You expect to see a little those runs from the attacking player. That's exactly what the coach has asked him to do. Power pressure and force the centre backs of LEGON Cities to commit almost all the fouls there for Atta Ejay. And you expected him to at least get the ball deep into the 18-yard box. He tried to shoot from that range. Fortunately, wasn't able to get a target right. And LEGON Cities will have a player down in the 6-yard area and would be expecting the assistance from the referee. And that's where the players come in with their theatrics. And expect something more from them.
A little bit of a demonstration there to show exactly what happened. Raphael Oklu and the thick of affairs. But corner kick advantage to Brecum Chelsea. Kisi straight into the waiting arms of Fatau Dauda.
Well, still goalless in this game, and Goran will definitely be issuing instructions to his team and to find exactly what they bring on the table. It's one of the games that you expect Brecum Chelsea to come out with something spectacular. Wrenches throw in here, and you expect Kisi Boateng to control the ball sensationally. Gives the ball away. Paul Atta is able to give it back to Kisi. Trying to dink the ball straight to Kofi Owusu. And he says a hand pause is switching. It goes against LEGON Cities. And that's one of the most talked about decisions once again. A debatable offence committed there by the centre back. Joseph Ejay complaining bitterly there to the assistant referee. Right in front of me here, trying to find out if the assistant referee will be able to give a call, which will be probably different from what the referee is giving here. And that's the story. And it's a free kick advantage for Brecum Chelsea. I expect them to be talking about it for a very long time. They would have to form the ranks right in front of the 18-yard box, these players. In every moment there, if you're sitting on the bench of LEGON Cities, because there's those who believe that Brecum Chelsea are able to magically find the back of the nets, maybe from this particular range. It depends on who's going to take this ball. And Jordan Opoku there said, at this other side with hands on the neck, and the bench of LEGON Cities disappointed with the call there, and you have the assistant and the fourth official. Officials of LEGON Cities protesting really for the infringement, and still protesting the players, aren't they? Where the three-man wall formed by LEGON Cities to protect this particular free kick given. Raphael Oklu just behind that ball there together with Vincent Edujefi, and Joseph Ejay joins, and Raphael Oklu comes back again, also goes to ground, and all of this theatrics happening, and a yellow card to Elvis Opoku, the former Jonah Stars midfielder who went to Kumasi Asante, got to the Constitution camp now to LEGON Cities. Still a lot of talking. Well, these players are asking questions exactly what should be done, and Southampton will be disappointed. He's not really getting the opportunity to do so. Yeah, Southampton comes in to replace Asari Bediako, who's moved to Hartlepool. And Sarabidiako is looking forward to what happens. And so Southampton has things with Cheetah FC and St. Mirren. But here we are with a free kick. And you have Kisi Boateng behind the ball. Amankuna equally also getting ready to hit this one. Fatau Dauda ready. It is Amankuna with this one. Goes wide. A poor ball taken there by the captain for the side. Kisi Boateng with a corner kick here for Brecum Chelsea. Still 1-0 here at the Cross Sports Stadium. Straight to the waiting arms of Fatau Dauda, well collected. And Kujo picks the pieces here for Legon City's losing possession. And here comes Abedu, the left full back, finds Stephen Amankuna, the captain, looking to drift in. Sends this one straight to Kisi, who's looking to hit the spectacular. And then Kujo would have to track back to find a way to win back possession. Kisi is ball to the far side. Possession back in the hands of Brecum Chelsea. Last season beat Legon City's 2-0 at the Brecum Golden City Park. Amankuna. Again, the left full backs haven't really been able to get in the crosses needed here to get the goals for Brecum Chelsea. And quietly, the Legon City team will try to move in. Ado. Poor ball given out. And now it's going to be Paul Ateje. Kofi Owusu. It's a lovely ball down to the far side. Looking to pick up Mankuna, but not able to get to him. It's Gaston hit it with that poor ball. So that's the situation on the ground there, looking at the Premier League match, the 2020-2021 season. It was an interesting display there from Legon Cities with Abdul Jabila Karim, whose 3-minute free kick against Bechem United was the decider there on match day 6. Picked up some defeats there. And here comes Atukwe Jonah. Good play here. Player goes to ground, waiting for the call there from the assistant referee, and the referee, but wouldn't be given. And ball cleared. The left full back, Benjamin Abedu. Match played in the month of November since 2008 there. Brecum Chelsea picked up 5 wins. John 3, lost 5, and scored 18 goals and conceded 20. And the away matches played in the month of November. Back in the 2010-2011 season, Brecum Chelsea beat they lost to Busuan Dwarfs by 3-1. And that was on the 14th of November 2010. And today is the 14th of November 2020. It's Legon Cities 1, Brecum Chelsea 1. For control there from Enim Kujo. Ateje's ball in. Lovely control there from Kofusu. Good defensive work from Joseph Ajay. Possession picked up by Francis Adonair, Nasiru Moro. Enim Kujo. And it is Legon City's surging forward. Nasiru Moro here, looking to switch play. Does that incredibly well. Sulemana here. Still the control coming in, the perfect ones there. Oh, lovely control there from Atukwe. Couldn't quite deal with the situation. An introduction of Nicholas Jan into the setup of Legon Cities. You expect to see a lot of attacking play there from them, and the player there from Legon Cities down. And when the team was known as Wow Stars, they picked up as many as 130 clean sheets out of 294 games. In the Ghana Premier League since 2007 until the switch of name, and so you expect to see a lot of performances there from Legon Cities. Remember the season when they changed the name and started to play in the Premier League, they had difficulties regarding how they were being coordinated. The new coach Goran came in to change things for the club, and there's a second season with the club here, and he's at home drawing his first game. I was hoping to see the team improve drastically from what we did see last season. Nasiru. And here comes Atukwe. And his effort goes wide. Well, starting to build up little bit by little. And of course, you're looking at a team that is turning out to come out with something interesting. Might not be the sort of results maybe the two teams are coming into the league with. And for them, it's all about the football they're selling out to the fans. Kishi. Jordan. Lovely pass now. It's an opportunity. Ball whipped in. And it's going to be the best of control. It's been well cleared. And still having Dada come in to save the situation. Jay clears it away. Still keeping possession, Andy. Good referee, horse play. And so, temporary hold up here, and the scoreline still remains Legon Cities 1, Brecum Chelsea 1 in the 2020-2021 Ghana Premier League season. There'll be a lot of talking to be done by the coaches. They want to check exactly where they've gone wrong and what needs to be done right. And so far, it hasn't been exactly what they hope to see. And practically nothing spectacular is coming out there from these two sides before the end of the game. Clear to the far side. You expect this defensive play here. Enim Kujo would fancy a drive. Still running with the ball here. Looking for a handball situation. Referee waves play on. Well, the coach indicating that should have been a handball. Well, there's going to be a lot of a talking point in the game as to what should have been done by the referee, whether it was a handball situation there or otherwise. He didn't really say exactly what the situation, or maybe he thought it wasn't a deliberate handball situation. So Prince Annan is likely to be introduced into the game from Brecum Chelsea. Here is Legon City. Francis Adonair looking to charge on the left hand side. Enim Kujo switching play to the left hand side, not looking to cut it with the right foot. That is absolutely a silly tackle there from Kudo. Yellow card would have to be flashed out. She's right in front of the 18-yard box. He gives away this free kick. Well, you're expecting to have soccer fans blowing their horns and eating their food, jumping up and down with painted faces in their soccer jerseys, foam fingers and hot blistering sun. That story is not what is being told today. In most cases, you do have the soccer balls rolling and flying across the field, also soaring through the air like a bird with no wings. But that story, once again, is not what you're seeing today, because the fans are not here to witness the game and to experience all that is always encapsulated in football. I tell you what, the Accra Sports Stadium really is not seeing soccer bleachers and the sweating fans, crumbs of food that would ordinarily be left in the stands, with the birds and bees and hornets flying all around looking for those food. It's been a quiet day in the office there for both players on the pitch and the coaches, and you're expecting to see something coming in with this infringement and the free kick opportunity there for Legon Cities. But that celebration maybe will be quiet. That celebration maybe would not be coming. That celebration means 3 more minutes for us to go. And this is a free kick. And this is Legon City's Atukwe. Hits it very low and collected by AJ. I'm still looking forward to seeing exactly what happens in the day, but these players are giving almost everything out. The attacking play has not really come in the expected disappointment you have here, but the talking point will be as to exactly what happens and who gives up 100% in the next game. When the ball whipped in, taken out there by Vincent to the Genfi. Here comes Kofi Owusu, yet to hit a ball on target, goes to ground for a free kick. Well, I tell you what, the referee blows for the end of the game. Another draw in the opening game there for Legon Cities. They drew 2-2 with Liberty Professionals in the opening game of the 2019-2020 season. And here in the 2020-2021 season, they picked up their very first home drawn game in the Premier League. And goals scored from 2 penalties given by this referee. And so you're expecting the game to go the way of both teams, at least when coming into the game. It was Brecum Chelsea with a penalty early on, and it was well taken and converted. And they worked with the smiles. The captain, Stephen Amankuna, with the first goal of the Premier League season for Brecum Chelsea. But then another penalty, a decision this time, which went the way of Legon Cities, and was well converted by Jones Atukwe. And so it ends. Legon Cities 1, Brecum Chelsea 1.
They put the thing together with that.
Coach, thank you very much. 90 minutes are over. You've picked up your first point in the 2020-2021 season. Is this good enough for you?
Well, I know, if I'm honest, when I see the game, especially the first halftime, how we played, and I think it was not enough. It was not enough. I think that we, in the first halftime, that we was better team. But, you'll hear this around here about referees. I think, from the psychological side of referees, I wish that we never again play in front of the television, in front of the cameras live, because, they cannot stand this. It was some decisions here, really, I can just laugh about this, I'll not complain, but I can laugh about this, really.
How about the performance of your players? Did they give you what you expected?
Like I told you, in the first halftime, after 20 minutes, we started to play good football, and we created a few good opportunities. In the second halftime, we somehow we lost the flow in the match. My players, they make many simple mistakes. They play the ball on the opponent without any pressure, and this is something what we have to work on. Now, straight after the match, I cannot tell you exactly. I cannot analyze this on the proper way. But in 2-3 days, I'll find out what was the reason for those mistakes.
Thank you very much. Coach Odampton, it's your first point in the season. This year's your first game in charge of Brecum Chelsea. Generally, will you say that you were happy with the performance?
Well, I would say we are happy because we came here to win and we got a draw. So going home with a point, I feel it's okay. But coming to the game, I thought we should have done more better than what we did. Because the strategy that we brought here, it was on effort. It works, it goes down, it works, it goes down. And later I realized that the guys, my boys, some of them, they are now coming up. They are not that also by and by, step by step, it will be okay.
Does that mean that the future looks good for Brecum Chelsea this season?
It's brighter. It's brighter, yes. I think it's brighter.
Obviously, you just picked that 1 point. You have to go back home. Brecum Chelsea's grounds, which is the Golden City Park, is a strong ground for your team. How do you hope to tackle the next match?
You know, it's match after match. So now that we are going, we have to use another strategy against Kotoko. This match, what I realize is that it will bring the boys up. Their morale will be a little bit higher than today. But now that they've gotten the draw here, I hope the next match will improve.
Coach Odampton, thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you for talking to me too.